We are back on the show.
We are definitely
Feels good to be back.
does. New episode today?
Yeah, season 5, episode 2.
Yeah. Today, what are we gonna talk about today?
Today we're talking about meditation and the 5 benefits you receive from doing meditation.
Well,
A lot of stress out there, a lot of anxiety, a lot of work stress, school stress, and yeah, we want to dive into this. You know, we talked about this a little bit in one of our previous episodes when we talked about soccer, about meditation and how people think it's kind of like a woo-woo thing and they don't really understand it. So we're going to break it down, kind of give some life to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for the people who don't know about meditation, what is it about? What is meditation?
Okay, it's like a basic
Yeah. Let's look at
principle.
general.
Yeah,
general
let's start
background.
from the start. It is it's a heart rate lowering activity, a breathing exercise, a mindfulness breathing exercise that anyone can do in your car, at work, anywhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
it,
completely agree.
10 to 15 minutes of just deep breaths, eyes closed, and centeredness would be my like brief definition of it.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Meditation is something you can do anywhere, as you were saying. It doesn't have to be that long.
Mhm.
Sometimes only 3 deep breaths can
Yeah.
get you centered. And it is a very underutilized resource that people don't know about.
Mhm.
And it really helps in performance, especially for an athlete.
Yeah,
It's a big thing to use meditation to control your breathing.
yeah,
And even if you're at a workplace, if you're stressed out and having, deep breaths can help center your focus, be in the present.
yeah.
Because I think meditation is all about being in the present.
Mhm.
Because if you think about the future, you get too tensed up.
Yeah.
Think about the past, you get depression, right? I mean, if not depression, you get sad or you feel
Yeah.
sorry for yourself. But the main part of meditation is to be
Present, yeah.
in the moment,
Yeah, so we're just going to dive into 5 things today. Shouldn't be super long of an episode. Kind of giving life to this meditation stuff. I know we talked about it in previous episodes. Today we're diving deeper into that specific thing, right? Meditation.
Yeah, meditation is what we're diving into. There are a lot of pros and cons. There are not any cons, actually, right? There are no cons to meditation.
I don't really think there is. I mean, to be
In my
honest.
experience, I never had any cons with
Yeah,
meditation. It's
I
all
mean,
profit.
Sometimes it can be kind of hard to get yourself to go do it, I think, or be in a place where you can meditate, because sometimes people are at work where they have to be around a lot of people, or school where they have to be around a lot of people, or whatever, right? So finding that time to kind of be by yourself and breathing deeply, we'll talk about it today, but it's not only has health benefits, it has all kinds of different benefits,
I
right?
agree, completely agree. Many health benefits apart
So
from reducing stress.
let's start with the first one.
All right.
First one is reduces stress and anxiety. And this is all scientifically backed. Science says regular meditation decreases cortisol levels, aka the stress hormone, helping you stay calm and focused.
Yeah, increased
What do you want to say
cortisol.
about that?
Increased cortisol leads to weight gains,
Yeah.
which is a proven fact. And
Yeah.
people don't feel well.
Yeah.
And when you don't feel well, your body doesn't respond
Mhm.
the way you want it to respond. And
Yeah.
again, if you do meditation, it reduces stress, which is directly linked to weight gains or even depression, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think depression is a big part of the society right now.
Yeah.
A lot of young kids
Yeah,
are
true.
dealing with it.
Yeah.
And just centering yourself, trying to be in the present, I think is a big thing.
Yeah.
And if you use this tool, it's a great advantage on your side.
For sure. For sure. So that's the first one. Or the second one, want to say the second one?
Second one is enhances focus and attention. I think this is big,
Yeah.
especially for an athlete,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
For sure.
Because you played golf. You want
Yes.
to explain a little bit how you could use that on golf?
Yeah, I actually read this book called Zen Golf. It's one of my favorite books. I literally have like half of it highlighted. When I was playing golf, I would always go back and look at that. And it talks about how like you get into that meditation state when you're playing,
Yeah.
and you try to
The
kind of
flow.
the flow state is
Flow
what they
state.
call it. And you want to unleash that unconditional confidence and not let negative things hinder you. For example, in golf, you have the big lakes, you have the bunkers, and everything's kind of trying to tell your mind like, oh, don't hit it here. And a lot of times what people do is they say, oh, I don't want to hit in that lake. I don't want to hit in that lake.
Yeah.
And by thinking about the lake, you're
Then
going to hit it there.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
body's going to react to that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so if you're like, okay, if you focus on where you want to hit it
Yeah.
and you meditate and you breathe, the heart rate lowers. So
So
scientifically, literally, I've heart rate strapped myself
yeah,
during like tournaments and stuff. I can see if I'm like 150, 120. The lower it is, the more comfortable I am, I would say,
I
right?
agree. You're more calm.
Yeah,
But again, you can use that when you're about to hit your golf shot, right?
yeah,
When
for
you're
sure.
about to go for that.
But it could be good for like basketball or tennis too, right?
Yeah, I mean, any
Kobe,
sport.
I know the Lakers were really big on like making their players meditate.
Yeah, yeah, especially when you're at the free throw line
Yeah.
and the game's on the line.
Yeah.
It's a tight game, and then you just focus on your fundamentals.
Mhm.
That breathing helps you get down to that.
Yeah, the study says for the second point, meditation strengthens the brain's ability to direct and maintain attention.
Let's build off on that actually.
Yeah.
Attention. So what are we paying attention to here when you're competing at a tournament?
You know, I think you can use this example for anything. We don't have to just talk about this in terms of sports, but I think one thing in meditation that is known is something called the monkey mind.
Okay.
How we're all human and we all have these thoughts, right? You're walking down the street, something pops up, or you're driving. And sometimes when I'm driving, I just get a little anxious because I'm in traffic or I don't want to I don't want my car to get totaled, right? There's a lot of people who are driving super fast at rush hour time. And sometimes it can help maybe just to deep breath, just center or listen to some meditation music and just breathe. If you can get yourself to do that often, you can feel good on a consistent basis. And I think
agree.
you can get away from that monkey mind is what I'm saying. And you can kind of be more, okay, what am I focused on? Someone cuts me off in traffic. It's okay. I'm not going to freak out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely agree on that. But it all relates. Sports is like a reflection of your life. I would say it that way.
Yeah.
And if in your life, even at work,
Life lessons in sports. Yeah.
and that you can
Adversity,
apply to work,
yeah.
you can apply to your jobs or
Yeah.
whatever business or whatever
Mhm.
endeavors you're trying to pursue. As you were saying,
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I think you said it well there. That's enough on that second one. Let's move into the third one. Improves emotional well-being. Science says meditation increases gray matter in areas of the brain linked to emotional regulation and self-awareness. That's so interesting.
Self-awareness is big, dude.
Yeah, it is.
That thing just popped off for me. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not aware of what you're doing, and most of the time people are not.
Yeah.
Because they're so preoccupied with all the stuff going on in
Like the
their
obesity
lives.
stuff like we're talking about.
Exactly.
And people don't realize that like maybe meditation can help you lose weight.
Yeah.
If you're a little less stressed out, you're
Yeah.
not eating so much, you're sleeping a little more,
Yeah.
you're putting off that window to start eating a little more. Because when people are stressed, right, they're working 9 to 5s, they don't get much sleep.
They don't.
They're waking up hungrier because they're not getting as much sleep.
Yeah, so they're overeating.
Oh, for sure.
But again, self-awareness. Let's elaborate on that.
That's self-awareness. You could talk about it in diet right there.
Yeah.
Where's your self-awareness with your diet? You know, are you going out in the middle of the night eating fast food, or is that a once in a while kind of thing?
Yeah.
Do you notice those things? It's okay if you do it once in a while, but if it's like every time you get hungry, you want to go drive to a drive-through or whatever, you got to wind it back a little bit and be like, okay, maybe I should prepare this a little more. Be self-aware, you know, it's important for sure.
No, I
And
completely.
that can help you be more self-aware.
Yeah, self-awareness is in listen to your body, basically. Right?
Yeah.
Listen to yourself. Think back, as you were saying.
Yeah.
And then take an action. Don't just be erratic in
Yeah.
your actions. And that's where self-awareness comes in.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's hop on to the next one.
Yeah, go ahead.
The next one we have is boost creativity and problem solving. That is good, huh? Meditation.
Boost creativity. Science says mindfulness opens up divergent thinking, the foundation of creativity. Something I didn't even really know. Sometimes I learn things on this podcast, right?
No, I completely agree.
Makes you more creative. You wouldn't think that too. You wouldn't think by making yourself a little more still, you're going to be more creative. You're going to think of more practical things, like things that you could actually pull off, not being clouded and being like, oh, I'm going to just do everything. You know, you got to have a plan, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're more organized in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
if you're more organized in your thoughts, it's easier to carry it through an action.
Yeah.
Than being all messed up
Yeah.
in the head. And again, for all the creators
Yeah.
watching this podcast, it's big.
For
'Cause
sure.
We all run out of inspiration.
Everybody's scrolling.
Yeah, no, I know.
Right.
And everyone's looking for that new inspiration to
That
make
dopamine hit,
fresh,
yeah.
and even for the content creators, looking
Yeah.
for the fresh content.
Yeah.
And meditating just for 5 minutes can give you a solid idea for the day
Yeah.
where you can go create a
Yeah.
brand new topic, interesting, engaging topic, and meaningful.
Yeah. And I think too, if you make it part of your routine too, it's like you're just starting off the day on the right foot.
Yeah.
or you're ending the day on the right foot. Like for me, I know sometimes I'll get stressed out from work, and you kind of can feel your head get a little hot,
Yeah.
and you're
Migraine
kind of
starts to
running
kick
here and there,
in,
taking
yeah.
care of this, taking care of that. And I think like sometimes when I'm done, I just kind of like sit on the couch or sit wherever, and I just breathe, and I just kind of spend a little bit of time alone. You know, not that I'm a total loner. I like to be around people. I like to talk and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's moments where
Me
I want to
time.
be alone and just breathe and like
Yeah.
not hear the noise and not hear the get the calls or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
What I have to do next,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
or what I'm gonna do
Because that heart rate's just
tomorrow.
going up,
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
up, and the
Yeah.
stress is going up, up,
Yeah.
up, and you're sweaty, and it's
Yeah.
like it's just gross.
I
You feel
completely.
like
You do.
yeah,
You do. You feel
you wear
so.
your body out.
I mean, I completely agree on
Yeah.
that. I mean, you feel ecstatic. I
Yeah,
would
and I
say.
think in a weird way, you can kind of make your body relaxed by meditation. Not in a weird way,
Oh,
but in a scientifically proven way.
that is true. That is
Um,
true. After a long day of work, as you
Yeah.
were saying, 9 to 5, quick
Yeah.
5-minute meditation is gonna, reset your mind,
Yeah.
and you're ready for the next day.
Yeah.
All right.
I've liked where this conversation has gone, and we're going to lead you guys into the final point of this one now, of this second episode. So, the final point, the fifth benefit, strengthens the immune system.
Ooh.
Science says meditation can increase immune response and help fight off illness.
Wow. I didn't even know about that.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be totally honest on that. Like, I had no clue that meditation can reduce illnesses.
Yeah.
Did you know about it?
Not really. I mean, I think maybe I heard that a while ago. That rings a bell, but it is surprising.
It is.
Like the creativity thing and this now, it's like
Yeah.
it really has these
it is,
kind of
you don't have to pay anyone for this.
It's
You-
free.
It's
Exactly.
free, right? Well, I mean, again,
This is like the discipline stuff that we're talking about.
that
and
is true.
I do think it kind of does tie in a diet in a weird way. It's like, what do you put in to your brain? What do you put into your mind?
That's
your diet isn't
self-awareness.
not just what you eat.
Yeah.
It's what you watch on Instagram. It's the people you talk to. It's more than
It's the
just the
environment
food
you
you eat.
surround yourself with.
1000%. It's what you read on the internet. Do you
Yeah.
watch the news all day?
Yeah.
Are you drowning yourself in negativity? Because if you go find that negativity, it's going to be out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and that's gonna reflect in your life.
Yeah.
And people don't really get that. That whatever they see, whatever people they surround themselves with, is gonna have. That's how they're gonna elevate in their life.
Yeah.
That's the kind of direction they're gonna go in. But again, that was a great point.
Yeah.
And immune system, again, it's so big. Like every
Yeah.
year, you don't even have to get flu vaccines.
Yeah.
Probably, if you think about it. If
Yeah.
You make a meditation.
Like exercise, meditation, these are things that are free.
Yeah.
And you can do it anywhere.
That is
on a
true.
vacation, anywhere, anywhere, literally.
Yeah.
You can do push-ups, you can do planks.
That is
And
so
you could-
interesting.
Yeah.
You
Like
don't-
all the most beneficial things in this world are free. Or
Just-
some of the most.
Yeah, you have to utilize it to your advantage.
Yes.
And,
And if you find yourself stressed out and you're like, oh, I want to go take medication for that too, it's like
No,
start
that-
with a 20-minute meditation
yeah,
in the morning and at night.
yeah,
Do it for 3 weeks on end and then come back and tell me how you feel.
yeah.
You're not going to want to pop pills for your anxiety or whatever the hell people are dealing with, right?
I completely agree on that. But one major point we should add on to that is being consistent with it.
Yeah.
If you're not consistent, you won't find results.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent with it day in, day out. And once you do it on the daily, you'll see improvements
Yeah.
for sure.
And on that note, that's going to close it off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to close off
The
quick
five
pod.
benefits of meditation.
Yeah,
Meditate, pull out a yoga mat,
yeah.
and
Maybe write things down
yeah,
while you're meditating. Hey,
Yeah.
these things are what.
notice your thoughts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Notice them.
Let
Don't-
them flow.
Let them
go.
leave. Let them come. Let them go. Those thoughts are gonna come, but you got to be able to let them. Let
Center
them
yourself in
dissipate.
the present.
Yeah.
Let them flow.
Yeah.
And let you be in the present.
This is some really powerful stuff that we're talking about,
I agree.
and
It's short and sweet. Straight to the point.
yeah,
And I think whoever is listening to it right now is gonna benefit it from greatly.
yeah, for sure.
No doubt about that.
And if there's something else you want us to decode, let us know.
Yeah.
And with that being said, that's gonna close it off. Have a
Yeah.
great week and a great weekend,
Great
everybody.
weekend. Any questions? Shoot us an email at decodingsociallife@gmail.com, or you can reach us out on IG.
Yep, and we'll see you guys next Friday. We got some good stuff coming, so you
Yeah.
don't want to miss that.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.